I do not go bass fishing now without at least a Sandeel pencil in my lure box. The first time I used these Savage Gear Sandeel pencils, I had some samples of the 125 size, 125 mil, and I thought, oh, it's a Sandeel. It's basically a fixed hook version of the line through Sandeel. Something I've always wanted. So I took them in the surf last year straight away. I mean, it's the perfect Sandeel imitation. And then this year I got the kind of, the finished lures through, and it's kind of been a bit of fun, almost taking them every single sort of terrain that I go bass fishing. I can't find anywhere, genuinely, I don't like them. Night fishing, they are deadly. So that's straight, I keep banging on about straight retrieve. I love lures that are easy to use. I like lures that work when you wind them in. And they've all got their own action. This thing is so subtle, and I fish it shallow reefs, I fish it from beaches. They cast like a missile, so I can really access, kind of specific rocks, gullies, holes. They're a Sandeel. Now, a big part of the reason I'm finding so much use for these Sandeel pencils is because, look, I fish a lot of shallow ground. We all do. Bass love shallow ground. Now, these things are, they're not light, and they've got no vane, they've got no diving bib, but they swim so shallow. They're kind of 1,000% more versatile than I originally envisaged, because being a Sandeel imitation, I can swim this lure over a shallow reef. If you adjust your retrieve speed to bring that thing up, this comes from sea trout fishing. They are fishing predominantly shallow ground and they need to cover a lot of water. And I can just blast this on a reef, on a beach, at night, and I can get in like literally that underwater if I want to. Then I can slow my retrieve speed, get him a little bit deeper. This does so much more than I ever thought it would. At the moment, we do 3 sizes of the Sandeel pencils. This, the little baby, I call it the baby, it's the 90. We do a 125 mil and a 150 mil. Now, I'm going to be completely honest and admit to you, I nearly dismissed the Sandeel pencil 90. I kind of thought, no, I don't know, it might be a bit too small for our bass fishing. It's not. This thing never leaves my lure box. I had a situation earlier this year, it was night time, everything was perfect, and I couldn't work out why I wasn't catching bass. I was trying my needlefish, my soft plastics. I had a pencil 90 in my lure box, and it's one of those times you almost couldn't script it. I thought, oh come on, why not? I've caught nothing. First chuck, and I'm rigging it with a size 4 treble. I crushed the barbs, 2 split rings. First chuck, whack it out, and it flies. For a small lure, it flies. Straight retrieve, bang. I had a bass, I don't know, about 3 or 4 pounds, and it just, how all the alarm bells go off in your head. I just, now look at the Sandeels you see swimming around. They're not all big. I'd call that a kind of perfect pin Sandeel imitation. And look, I don't go fishing without these now, because it just covers. For a small lure, I can cover so much water so nicely and shallow. It just does it for me in a huge way. I reckon out of the 3 sizes of Savage Gear Sandeel pencils, the 125 mil weighs 19 grams is probably my kind of most used. I mean, look, that is a Sandeel. It's just, there's a bunch of different colors. It's just perfect. And you can put 2 hooks on them I personally don't. I either rig it with a size 4 barbless treble, again 2 split rings for the hinging, but in the surf I don't know why big single hooks in the surf without a doubt hook me and keep me more bass, and I love the Pencil 125 with a 2.0 or a 3.0 single hook on the back. Again, I cross the barbs. I don't go, you know, by all means use it. I don't personally think I need it. I don't put a hook in the middle, but it is absolutely outrageous how well these things cast. They just do not wobble on the flight. They let me cover so much water, and also what really surprised me when I first started using them, you can use them in really heavy surf conditions. So slow down and let that lure kind of find its natural grip, and don't ask me how the bass find it in that turbulence, but they smash them. This is the biggest one in the range, the Sandeel Pencil 150. That's 150 mil, 30 grams. Now, if you want to cover a lot of water, use, you know, that heavier class of lure rod, that sort of 15 to 45, you know, 20 to 50 gram rod. So you can move that 30 gram lure, you can move it really fast on the cast. There's more wind about. I want to imitate a bigger sand eel. This thing covers insane amounts of water, still nice and shallow, and I'll rig them 2 separate ways really. Either a 2 or a 3.0 single hook on the rear. This is for surf fishing, very much a single hook in the surf. I won't put a hook in the middle, but then for sort of conventional, like, you know, shallow reefs, night fishing on the beaches, etc., I tend to like a size 4 or a size 2 treble on the back. Again, I cross the barbs. And in the middle, because it's a very slim profile lure, you need a size 8 treble. So go for a strong one. Anything else will kind of nip over the back. A size 8 is fine. And look, you want that bigger sand eel. I don't really see how you can get a better imitation than that.